There is nothing like a night at the theater, especially a classic like The Lion King, right? So we are taking you behind the scenes, why they're coming to more theaters than ever before. Let's take a look. So what strikes you when you walk backstage is it's not just the actors that are a part of this. The props are a huge role in this play.
Oh, absolutely. We travel with 17 tractor trailers worth of costumes, props, scenery, lighting equipment, sound equipment. We're our own self-contained city.
You guys have been able to condense it a little bit so that you're able to visit more cities like Atlanta, for example. Tell us how you did that.
Well, the original creative team, they all got together and came up with the most creative and artistic way that we could move the theater around the world, literally around the world and around the country, in those 17 tractor trailers.
I want you to take me onto the stage because your first reaction is, wow, this is unbelievable. I'm curious, what kind of characters, what kind of actors grace the stage?
We have singers, dancers, and then kind of your, musical comedy, type folks. We have South African nationals in the company. We have 6 folks from South Africa. Every company of The Lion King has had South African nationals in it, and it's been part of the mission of the show is to bring Africa to the world.
We discussed a little bit about how much bigger this Fox Theater is and you have to adjust. What are some of the changes you have to make to accommodate that?
We travel with 3 wonderful makeup artists, and then we use some local folks as well, and they literally paint the makeup onto the performers' faces. And when we play a large house like this, of course, some of the shading and some of the detail work has to be bolder so that it reads out front. Again, so that everyone, universally gets the same Lion King experience.
Your favorite part of the show?
Hands down, the Circle of Life, the opening number. It's been described as perhaps the most exciting 10 minutes of theater that there is. And just to see the genius and the way that we begin telling our story is kind of an amazing thing. We all watch it every night.
Hundreds of pieces of wardrobe to sift through. So I'm curious, take me through a couple of your favorites. What are some of the things that you have to deal with?
One of my favorites is when Nala and Simba reunite, and he takes her to this lush place. It's built on a corset, and they have a backpack that the leaves have to go in. So they have these leaves that stem like Vegas showgirls, the feathers in the back, but they have leaves to go.
See, that's the behind-the-scenes stuff that I love to see. How in the world do they make it look that way?
Right.
Here's how.
It's the bird ladies when they come down the aisle. And this is actual fabric that they use on sails for sailboats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do they use that fabric?
It used to be chiffon, but this is more durable.
How many costumes are you dealing with?
In the show every night, there's 250. We travel with 350.
I actually make 14 costume changes. I'm 11 different characters, but I have 14 costume changes.
What are we talking timing-wise?
I think that some of my costume changes are as little as like a minute and 30 seconds.
What's your favorite one, would you say?
This is a corset, and it attaches to a silk, and the silk actually zips into the back here, if you can see that. And all of this is all hand beaded. So all of these beads, whenever any of these beads break, someone has to go in and individually hand bead this for us. But the beauty of this costume, I believe, is that it flows with our movements. We're doing a lot of stuff where, we're running across the stage and the silk billows so beautifully. The choreography in the show is just amazing.
So, of course, you've heard of Santa's Workshop. This is the Lion King's workshop, where all the animals come to life with the help of Michael here, puppet supervisor. These are amazing. The detail is remarkable. What do you do here?
Everything from painting to sculpting to just making all the puppets work every show.
How difficult is the maintenance to keep these guys up?
It's the main part of our job, so every day we come in, we look at every puppet, head to toe, and just make sure it's ready to perform. Okay,
so describe to me what this one does.
So this is Zazu. He's our bird. He can talk and blink. And of course, he can flap his wings.
Awesome. Look at that.
And in his neck, to give him some extra character, is a slinky.
Of course, this is Scar. But what's so unique about that, this whole puppet goes on the actor's head. So this is the actor's face. And what's he doing? He has a little remote control?
Yeah, in his hand, he has this little remote control, and he controls everything that Scar does. So he can put it pretty much anywhere in front of his face.
Why is maintaining something like this fun for you? Why do you enjoy it?
It's something different every day, so, you know, and I love to work with my hands. I mean, that's everything to me. So just working on these guys and then seeing them at night and listening to the reaction, it's pretty rewarding.
And you know, the great makeup is just as important as the spectacular puppetry. And we have a behind-the-scenes look. Just go to hlntv.com/weekendexpress to see how the actor who plays Scar transforms from man to lion.